Welcome to this lecture. Today we are going to deal with these topics little quickly but in detailed approach. My name is Gunjan Subedi and as always I'll be guiding you in this topic with practical explanation and examples when necessary. Before starting, let me kindly remind you to subscribe to my Lean University, which is my initiative to deliver free and quality professional education to your screen.
Perhaps you might have heard this term a lot of times if you are a supply chain, manufacturing, or operations management related professional. Bill of material. So what are bill of materials or BOM? Bill of material is a list of raw materials, sub-assemblies, intermediate assemblies, subcomponents, parts, and quantities of each needed to manufacture a product. Bill of materials are important tools in manufacturing and production as they help organizations to plan and track the materials and components needed to produce a product. So how do we develop a bill of material? What are the steps involved in it? Let's study in detail. The first step is to determine the scope of product or system that the bill of material will cover. For example, if you are creating a bill of material for a computer system, the scope may include all the hardware and software components that make up the system. We then identify the components and sub-assemblies. Once you have determined the scope of bill of material, you can start identifying the components and sub-assemblies that make up the product or system. For example, the components of a computer system might include the motherboard, processor, memory, hard drive, and monitor. Once you have identified all the components and sub-assemblies, you will need to assign unique part number to each item. This is important for tracking and ordering purposes. The part number can be assigned using a numbering system that makes sense for your organization. For example, you might use a hierarchical numbering system where the first digit represents the product or system, the next digit may represent the component group, and the final digit represent the specific component. We then specify the quantities. For each component or sub-assembly, you will need to specify the quantity required for the product or system. For example, a computer system may require one processor, one motherboard, and two memory modules. We then describe the components. For each component or sub-assembly, you will need to provide a detailed description including any relevant specifications or characteristics. This information is important for identifying the correct parts and ensuring that they are compatible with the rest of the system. The sixth step is to identify the suppliers. For each component or sub-assembly, you will need to identify the suppliers from whom you will be purchasing the parts. This information is important for procurement and supplier management purposes. Finally, we include any additional information. Depending on needs of your organization, you may want to include additional information in the bill of material such as cost data, lead times, and supplier contact information. Here is an example of bill of material for a computer system.
Before ending this lecture, let me remind you to join my Lean University's premium membership and enjoy a total free access for limited time inside my Lean University's online library and get tons of free courses, free books, and lecture topics on project management, Lean and Six Sigma, operations and supply chain, productive and preventive maintenance, quality maintenance, data science, industry and sales management, agile and scrum, Kaizen or continuous improvement, and much more totally free. No strings attached. As we have limited seats, only the early subscribers will be given open access inside the premium membership, and remember, it's totally free. Please subscribe and share the video if you share the common belief that professional education should be accessible to all.